What do you wish someone had told you at the start of the course?
Go for it. It's something that you can spend the time on, be really creative with. It has to be something that you're passionate about. It has to be something that is honest and genuine.
Start writing earlier, because I was really invested in the research process that I actually hadn't started writing until maybe months after. And I really regret that decision because it affected how I scheduled everything else, like other subjects.
There's a lot of talk about concept, and obviously concept is absolutely crucial to the major work, but I think there's this idea that you can arrive at a solid sense of concept before you start writing or start working on the work or starting the kind of creative work, and that's a mistake.
Being organized, like my teacher didn't emphasize on the fact that we have to be like really super organized because we have other subjects to also take care of.
It needs to be something that is true to you. You need to be honest with yourself throughout the process.
You need to think about form not just as like, which box am I going to tick, critical response, short story, but you need to start thinking about what's the history of that form, what are the politics of that form, what is associated with that form, and starting to think about how you might challenge those things and how you're going to marry what you want to talk about, like your content, with the form you're going to use.
Don't wait too long to actually begin the work, and kind of be doing that. Let the writing or let the actual work itself kind of galvanize the research, as opposed to getting out the research and then starting the writing, because it doesn't work that way. It's kind of like a symbiosis.
I'd really suggest that you start writing, even if it's bad, just to like write anything that you can and edit it out later and get as much criticism and feedback as you can.
And I think you really need to look at yourself and think of the major work as a reflection of who you are and, the culmination of everything that you've learned in high school. It's not just an English project.
I went into this nightmare at the end when I had to submit my work, so I wish my teacher was like, be a bit more organized, so I would have maybe done better.
For students who are kind of watching this before the Christmas break perhaps, start the writing as well as the research, I think, because you'll find that they're kind of concurrent.
All the most powerful responses for Extension to English, no matter what form they're written in, show some sort of linkage between form and content. So thinking deeply about those things with form will really benefit your response.
Don't fall for the trap of, I'll wait till I've got a solid concept before I start on the major work. The concept is informed by the major work.
Exactly.
It's not a major work based on the concept. It's a concept based on everything that you do in the major work. The research and the writing itself. Just get started and it'll evolve.
Yeah.